friends. It's me, Dave Landau. After a long night on stage, I like to kick back with a captain's hat and a fine cigar and watch the Dennis and Andy show. These guys are huge nerds, but they're the kind that you actually want to hang out with. Enjoy them. I do.
Oh, yes, he does. Welcome to the Dennis and Andy show. Hello, everybody. Hail. Dennis is finally wearing the proper attire, unlike last week. Embarrassing us.
Actually, we got a lot of compliments on my really cool Dungeons and Dragons shirt.
I don't believe that's true.
Oh, well, that's why we have YouTube, because you can go back and rewatch it see for yourself.
Hold on. I want to be like Dennis, in case AJ's watching.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen AJ yet. Well, AJ, you're watching, look at that.
Sun's out.
Look at these 4 guns.
Look at these 4 guns. Sun's out. Guns out. That's what we say at the Dennis and Andy show. You can see a little farmer tan.
And there is AJ. See, he is in. And these 4 guns.
Just for you, AJ. Just for you. So there you go. Val is in the house. Hello. Hello, Randy. Marcus, hello. Will XL, hello. Steven. Wait, there we go. Got to click on these. Steven, hello. It is a beautiful love story. 2 men and a podcast.
One dream.
And one dream.
But now it's 2 men, a podcast, and a comic book.
Just in time to see that crime. That's right. Richie Dupe, hello. Hyper's in the house. Nicholas is in the house. All you guys, we love you all. Thank you for joining us. Of course, we do have a guest today. And before we get to that, though, let's go over what are Dennis and I doing. People are like, what are you guys up to? What we're up to is Kor-Drath. Dun, dun, dun.
And now you got to say the Reckoning in the Andy voice.
The Reckoning.
That's right.
Kor-Drath the Reckoning is what Dennis and I are up to. We're busy working on it. Dennis is a writing little guy every day. I am drawing. We're working to get the campaign going. Oh, look at that. $1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, Big Raj. Very much appreciated.
I already got typer's cramp this morning.
I can smell those pits from here. Put those sleeves down.
What? Okay. What sleeves?
Oh, look at that. See, I can go back to normal. That just feels weird.
Those are like arm irons, arm prisons. Why would you do that?
No. So anyhow, yes, if you're new to the show, new to or just catching up, Kor-Drath the Reckoning is my next campaign. The sign-up page is live. It is pinned to the top of the chat. Please go sign up now if you haven't yet. You'll get a free exclusive trading card featuring most likely Lilineth and maybe Adryana as well, or maybe she'll get her own card. We'll just have to wait and see. So little promotion here. Look, here's the Necra-Knight and his stallion, who Dennis, is kind of slacking, hasn't come up for a name for the stallion yet.
No, they do know I have a name. You just haven't updated the graphic.
Oh, maybe you need to tell your artist the name.
Actually, I told you last time.
I don't believe you did.
So, by the way, his name, for those of you that are on there, because Andy tends to forget things.
If you just say Stallion, I'm going to slap you.
It's Stallion.
Damn it.
No, it's Hellfire. HELL-FYRE.
Oh,
Hellfire.
I like that. Hellfire. There's, of course, Vordoom and
that's Vordoom the Undying, and you guys know what that means.
That's right. And here we have the main characters, Kor-Drath and Adryana. But there's a big reveal, and the big reveal is I finished the wraparound variant cover that I'm doing. That's right. I'm doing a wraparound variant cover. It's not going to have a logo on it. And there it is. Let's see, get that stuff. There we go. So there's the wraparound variant. I just finished it this morning. It will be a variant cover, no logo. I believe they like to call that a virgin cover. Haven't heard that word used with my name in the past 20 minutes. So
yeah, we did watch Spaceballs, and we just saw the Virgin Alarm, so I have heard it recently.
Oh, well, there you go. So there it is. once that's colored, it'll pop. What's that say? I want to do a variant cover. I appreciate that. You can DM me and I'll see. Yes, wraparound. That is true.
Love to hear the wraparound.
I bet Rennie would love to draw Lilineth, have her back on. You know, that's not a bad idea. I did say I had a conversation with Bud Root today, so we'll leave it at that. Had a little conversation with my man Bud Root, so we'll just leave it at that.
And I know some of you guys are watching this on the DNA art channel. Some of you are watching it on the Andy Smith art channel.
That's right.
Make sure you subscribe to both, because we'll have information coming out on both channels. So if the moderators can, when you get a minute, pop the links to both of our channels in there.
There you go. Will says, how about Bart? I got to talk to the man. There's lots of gears in motion. I don't, the thing is, I usually, for First Man, I usually do my cover, one variant, and that's it. So far, you've got the main cover of the book. You've got the wraparound variant that I did, and I am really taking into consideration doing the main cover black and white. And while I'm saying main cover, I might as well show it. So give me a second here. I got to pull up the correct window. There it is. Hold on, got to click over to here. So this cover, I'm thinking a black and white variant, and the only color besides the logo would be the blood. So you'd have the nice red blood on his axe, and that would be the only color on this cover. So if that's another variant, and if I do Bart, so right there we've got main cover colored, main cover black and white, wraparound cover. Bud Root, fingers crossed, that's 4. If I have Bart do one, that would be 5. I don't want to get too crazy with
how many variants can you guys have? We are not Marvel Comics.
That's right. So there you go. What we got here, we need more anthology books with various creators like Two-Fisted. It's just tough with the variants, anthology books. Andy's I am a tease. But tease no more. Our guest for today is none other than Mr. Dan Lawlis.
Hello, hey, Dan. Guys.
Welcome, Dan.
Hey, thanks.
Before the show, Dan and I emailed Dan. Dan is coloring the main cover. And before the show started, I was like, hey, did you get the email? And he's like, no, what? And I was like, oh, shit, I should have followed up. Because I sent Dan an email Sunday night with a link to share the cover and stuff. And he never got it. So before the show, we're going back and forth. Well, here, send a test email. Okay, what? And now so long story short, I got him the link. So now he actually has the stuff.
Yeah. Although I've seen it before. I saw it when you revealed
you've seen it, but you haven't been able to do anything to it. So
no, well, I haven't been able to do anything with it even if I had it because I got.
That's true.
Got a bunch of stuff.
Tell people that.
Got a bunch of stuff, man.
You just shovel that errand stuff to the side.
Yeah. It's just actually I just got 2 frames of Garbage Man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many pages is that?
20 pages.
Huh?
20 pages.
Garbage Man is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was shorter than that for some reason. That's cool.
Yeah. So
cool.
It'll be fun. The first 2 are cool. I mean, it's it's zombies and monsters, and it's just fun stuff. So
nice. Hold on.
And I never actually really colored. I mean, I've colored my own stuff all the time, but I never actually colored somebody else's work in a comic book. Just so it's right. It's interesting. It's a fascinating experience. But
so Chad wants to know: are you going to color Kor-Drath into muted tones like 70s Marvel Conan? I don't know about the interiors yet. I definitely want. I don't know. Best thing I can tell you is I don't know. Like I said, Dan is coloring the cover, and it's one step at a time. Is basically how we're taking it. Nicholas, hey, Kor-Drath looks like a young Dan Lawlis. Oh my God, he does.
Whoa, I think that was a backhanded compliment. What are you saying about Dan now?
How's that backhanded? Have you seen the build I gave Kor-Drath?
Yeah, but he said young Dan Lawlis. No. That's an implication that Dan's old, and Dan does not look old.
Yeah, I am a little bit old, but luckily I have very little gray so far.
That's right.
There's a little in there somewhere if you know.
I take care of gray the heart easy way. I just
Right.
shave it off. Oh, gray hair. People are like, "Did you start losing your hair?" Nope, just went gray. I don't want to color it. I just shave it. So Dan, let's dive into the nuts and bolts of this interview. I believe you and I think. When did you break into comics? What year?
87.
Oh, okay. You've been doing it a lot longer than me. Well, 4 years.
87 to 97 is what I did.
So what was Dennis, you've got the main question we always ask.
The one I always ask is, I always like people to find out, because I know a lot of the guys that are watching right now probably know you, but we tend to have a bunch of views afterwards, new people. So your origin story, everybody's got their origin story. What got you into comics, and how did you land your first gig, and what was it?
Well, I mean, my origin, it's hard to remember like what hit me first, but I was pretty young when I saw comics, and of course I immediately loved them. I love the colors. I love the figure drawing. My mom is an artist, and I think there was
cool.
art around a lot, and so I picked it up pretty naturally. And my brother and I did a lot of just drawing away at stuff, and yeah. So I mean, I was, what did you say, predisposition to be an artist, that's for sure. But I don't know. I as far as so I mean, I just loved comics and stuff like that. And I remember, I think the first time I really thought about it seriously, as I was in high school, and I had my notebooks were littered with superheroes and drawings and all that stuff. And some kid came up to me and said, "Hey, I got a book for you. It's called How to Draw Comics." But and I'm like, how you hear those how to draw comics books, and just like, yeah, right. It's probably not gonna be how to draw. I want to know how to draw Marvel comics. Well, he comes in the next day with this thing, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. And I was just like, this is the book I dreamt existed. And so I ate it up, and it wasn't just the book, even it's the Stan Lee, sort of true believer stuff that you get in there too. So I was just like, I was in heaven. This was great. So I wanted to draw comics for sure. But even then, at the end of high school, I was like, I was going to go into engineering. I was all set. And then my brother went to the art school nearby, and he was in engineering too, and he hated it,
Oh, wow.
And then he went to this art school nearby, and he saw all these car drawings on the walls, and he's like, I'm doing this, because his folders were covered with cars, and so he's like, I'm going to do this. So he kind of, when he sort of broke the ice, I thought, well, maybe I should go into art too. I love it. And so, yeah, I went to art school, and in Detroit. So it was nice. It was good training stuff. But honestly, you're still self-trained for the most part when it comes to comics. What I mean? It's like, I often could draw better than my instructors could. So, it's like, whatever, So yeah. But anyways, then my first job, it was actually the first attempt was, I was still in art school, and I went to New York, and I just walked into the offices of Marvel and DC, and without an appointment, and just with my big gigantic portfolio case, and they kind of ripped me to shreds and that sort of thing, and I walked home a little bit, tail between the legs and stuff. But about a year later, I was at the Motor City Comic Con, and I showed my work to Archie Goodwin. And he, I was ready then, and he was like, "This is good stuff," and then he got me in contact with Carl Potts, and and everything just went from there,
Oh, that's cool.
But 10 years in comics, and I know I may have said this to you guys before, but what, $100 a page? I'm doing a page a day. That's like $400 or less than $500 a week. Can't raise a family on that, so I just couldn't, it just couldn't justify it after 10 years. I just like, this is ridiculous. I have young children, so
sure.
So I looked for storyboards. I looked into storyboards, and that was $75 a frame, and I could do 6 or 8 of those in a day. Now those assignments don't come every day, but like I could, you work really intense for a couple of days, and then I can go see my kids, play with my kids and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I didn't miss that out. That's why I didn't want to be chained to the drawing table that much. So it was a good mix. It was a good, because storyboards is intense. You really, you draw, and then you come back later and it's like, it takes like a couple of days to recover sometimes if you're drawing really intense on a big ad campaign or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember one time I think I colored somebody had drawn him, and they brought me in to color, and I colored 110, 120, I think 120 frames in one day.
Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just like, I was just like, I had a formula, I was just going, and it wasn't fancy coloring. This is storyboard, it's it's quickie stuff. But I was up for, I don't know, 21 hours just doing that straight, so that was the most intense one I ever did. But it generally speaking, it's a good, long, hard work. It's a 16-hour day for sure,
Oh yeah. What was your first comic book gig? Do you remember?
My first comic book I got?
No, that you drew.
Strange Tales 11.
Oh, was that the one that you showed me that Kevin Nolan inked some of?
That was a couple of issues later. Strange Tales. I think Bob Wycheck inked my first work, which is he's great art, great inker as well. So.
Oh yeah.
So that was the first thing. But the whole thing of Marvel, just I don't know, just it didn't really gel. My art was still growing too. It wasn't until Dark Horse with Barbed Wire and Agents of Law that it just came together all at once, and that was my favorite work to this day. And Ian Aiken was a great inker, and he really followed my pencils. That was one of the frustrating things at Marvel is, giving someone your pencils and getting back something you didn't really recognize, as yours. Very frustrating experience. So, anyways,
one of the jobs that you did that I remember that sticks out because it was one of the first. It was one of the first I've seen that way was the Star-Lord where you fully painted it.
Yeah, that was getting near the end of my thing, but still that was a lot of work. And I
was going to say, how many issues was that? Was three
issues, fully painted 3 issues. Yeah.
How long did a page of that take?
Actually, I'm pretty fast with the color pencil technique I was using. Pretty fast. I could do almost a page a day, maybe a page every 2 days.
Really,
something like that. Yeah.
Now, now I'm curious about the technique. Can you break down or explain the technique you were doing on it? Because I got it in my long boxes. I totally blanked. I was going to pull it out to go. I remember looking at it because I've never done like a full color, thing like that traditionally. And I never even thought about, I could tell there's some colored pencil, but the whole thing wasn't colored pencil, was it?
Yes.
Really?
The interesting, here's the trick though. In the industrial design, my brother had this. They worked on this thing called they had this frosted acetate, like a mylar type thing. Now you could see through it really well, but it also had tooth to it, so the colored pencil would grab off of it really, really well. So it looked like painting almost. That's why it looks kind of like it's painted, but I had the precision of a pencil. So it's actually a really amazing technique. But the only problem is, and this was frustrating with Star-Lord, is color pencil does not reproduce well. It just, even if you take a photograph of it, you still see defects that you do not see with your eye. I don't know what it is, but it just, so the reproductions on Star-Lord were pretty crappy. If you see the originals, they look really realistic, but it was honestly, I was so upset when I saw the reproductions. I just but I didn't know. I thought they just did some cheapy reproductions, and I tried to do it myself. It doesn't work. It just doesn't reproduce well.
Was that was printed on newsprint too? Was there, or was it better?
Newsprint, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was the scanning process that really is the problem with that technique. Although if you work large, that does take care of the problem, because all the little defects that the eye picks up, those do get reduced. And if you work large, that's why the covers look good. The covers look fine. The covers are huge. They're really big.
Did you not work? So what size did you do the interiors?
Just standard 10 by 15.
Oh, okay. I mean, that still gives you some reduction. Yeah.
Yeah, some reduction, but the covers were even larger. I don't think it was quite 18 by 24, but I made them big just for that reason, and so they look really nice. But you can still see that. You can still see the color pencil tech thing. That's the thing right now. I could go in the computer and just airbrush that baby real fast and take it.
Dude, seriously, I gotta dig those out just to look at them now that I know it was all colored pencil.
Yeah.
What so the vellum you're talking about, or the paper you used, are you just talking about vellum that people used to use the when they would do ink samples before you could do blue lines, because I used to do ink samples on vellum, which was heavier tracing paper, basically, that you could see through, and it had a little
Not
tooth
quite
to
vellum. It's not quite. It's a step above vellum. It's almost like it feels like a plastic. You know. It's
Really?
pretty thick. Yeah.
And there was a tooth to it, huh?
Oh yeah.
You still have those originals, or?
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing is, you know, I kept the originals of things that I did that I was the last one to touch. You know, so
Right.
I mean, with the exception of Barbed Wire and Agents Law, I kept a lot of that because Ian Aiken did such a wonderful job of capturing my pencils. I was fine with it, and I do have some of those Kevin Nolan pieces too. So,
Oh hell yeah!
but a lot of other stuff I just let go because it wasn't, you know, recognizable as wasn't my art. I don't consider it my art anymore. You know, really. You know, but.
Right. I would love to. Man, I wish I would have thought of it beforehand, because I would have yesterday been like, hey, if you know where those are, pull a couple out just to hold up. So I would love to have seen those. But
Yeah. Well, you guys want to chat? I could probably find something here.
you go right ahead. I'd love to. No, seriously, I'd love to see them. I'll full screen you just so I can. Yeah, please.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Ooh, awesome. So Star-Lord is, do you remember that from the 90s? It was fully colored.
Yeah.
I thought it was painted. Now, come to find out, that's just one of the things. That's why I love talking to other artists about the process, is because I could see some colored pencil in it, but I thought it was acrylic and then colored pencil over top for like highlights and stuff.
Randy was asking if that Star-Lord was the one with Timothy Zahn.
I think it is. Dennis, if you want to riff, I'll go grab it. It's alphabetized. Yeah. Riff, Dennis.
Look at that.
Dennis is going to riff.
This became the Dennis show, just like that.
Oh, wait, I should probably come sit back down. There goes the viewership.
Oh, there goes the ratings. Oh, they're dropping. There's one, there's two, there's
shit.
three. Oh, wait, they're coming on. They're coming on in droves.
Oh, are they?
They just wanted to see no sleeves. That's what
Oh, is that what it is?
Wow. Look at all these things that we do.
They want to see sleeveless Dennis. It's a good thing I have my stuff alphabetized. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I hope a bunch of you have already gone on there and at least signed up to the Indiegogo sign-up page for the trading card. Oh, Chris must have just got on. He's asking, where's Andy? Everybody's grabbing some stuff. Oh, look at that. Dan's there.
And I got it.
He beat you. Look at that. It was erased.
I got it, though.
Oh, cool.
Right there. Oh, look at that. That's it. Hold on. I'm going to full screen you. Let's go. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. And that's on that paper, that acetate type? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you can see right through it.
And that's all color pencil. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So I guess the way you did it, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but would you draw it on a separate sheet and then throw that over top to do the color and stuff?
Yep. That's what's cool about it. That's what I discovered real fast. Like, oh, cool. I was kind of accident and I threw it over it. I just started to color, like, oh, I can just do a painting, like, so to speak, over it, you know?
Huh. So how were you going to, like, it's, you know, just from talking to you, it almost seems like you just made this technique up on the fly. Did you go into it knowing you're going to do it this way?
Yeah, I mean, I figured this out years before. 21 by 14 is that.
Holy crap, that is huge. And you had to mail that to him back then, right?
Yeah, I mailed it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just found these the other day. They're kind of cool. I thought I'd just show these. This is the old illustration board, you know. I was working on my old comic book years ago. And this is paint.
Wow. That's paint though, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, some color pencil and shit. Hey, wait, let me turn off my hang on a second. I got a portrait mode here. I want to get out of that because it is not focusing. Okay. Let's see, get the glare off it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
That's so cool. I just don't do enough painting to oh wow.
So that's color pencil and acrylic thrown over it and that kind of stuff, you know.
But that's on board, you said?
Yeah, that's illustration
Yeah.
board.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like illustration board, it's the whole having to transfer the stuff down. You know, light boxing is so easy, but I totally get, you know, when you're using illustration board, having to do the whole transfer, either using transfer paper or whatever to do it.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I think I actually remember that. Is that acrylic too?
No, this is the color pencil.
Oh, that is. Oh man.
You know, the interesting thing or sad thing about this though is I sprayed this with a fixative and it did something to the color pencil where it starts to chip up a little bit.
Oh.
But so I never sprayed anymore because because what happened is this sort of the color pencil, if you ever use color pencil, sometimes it builds a little residue surface, so almost like a moisture over time. But I just rub it with my hand. That's good enough. That oils from your hands, I think, kind of protect it. But I'll never spray it again though, because I've had to repair this foot and the crotch area and stuff. That's kind of, you know, chipping off a little bit. So it's kind of weird.
The sheet over it basically makes it hard, and then it starts.
Yeah, I think it does something. It penetrates the color pencil, makes it into something, you know, flaky-ish. So, but you know, it's like I can fix it and repair it. So. Let's see what I have.
This is that Star-Lord I was telling everybody about. Show him some. Unfortunately,
why don't you full screen you?
All right, I want to full screen us real quick.
While Dan's grabbing his, you full screen the Star-Lord.
Hold on, there was a pretty cool shot in here that I saw. What was it? You had a nice shot. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh yeah. Oops. Star-Lord. So all color pencil. Look at that. That is cool. And you know the thing is, without seeing the originals, you know, I mean, now that I've seen the cover, yeah, there's a big difference. But people don't see that; they just see the printed thing. And I thought when I got this, I was really impressed with it. So
now pull Dan's up. He's got one right up on the screen.
Oh,
gee, that is awesome right there.
That is so much more vibrant. You're right.
Yep, it's vibrant and it's smooth, and you don't see any of the textures. You don't see any of the gradient, the crappiness of it. It's really looks really smooth. So,
have you ever tried, just for the hell of it, scanning it with your scanner? I assume you have a scanner just to see how it will come out.
Doesn't do it. It looks terrible.
Does it really?
So wow, very disappointed with that.
That is just a shame.
Yeah, because that looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's weird. Because I would be curious. Like, I mean,
there's this one. My one and only Conan, Savage Swords of Conan's cover.
Here, pull that one up.
That is, yeah. Hold on, let me full screen that. Oh yeah, that's cool.
You can see that how it's like almost like a reflective that you can see the kind of the plastic.
Right. That's amazing, because you would think, just looking at it like that, it looks like you did spray that with a fixative, but you said you didn't, right?
I don't know with this one, if I did or not. I haven't had any problems, I don't think, with this one, so I probably didn't. I might have figured that out, or I don't know.
Man, what type of what brand or what type of colored pencils are you using for that stuff?
Just the Prismacolor.
Really?
Yep.
Man, that really makes me want to go out and get a pad of that paper and try it, because I've got.
I'm not even sure what the actual thing is called, because I got a bunch of it from my brother, and I don't know. I'd have to ask him what the name of it, actual name of that stuff is, but it's not mylar. It's I mean, it's not vellum. That's the main thing. It's not vellum. It is a kind of mylar, frosted mylar. I probably could find it myself if I looked, but it's great. You put it right over you draw something, you put it right over it, and just start, painting. It's quite cool, really. So I did all those trading cards with it. I did, the Hulk versus Wolverine, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which anybody, if you want to, if anybody wants to see my art, just go to my Instagram, Dan Lawlis Art, and it has that's what I use as my portfolio, to show you everything I can do. So everything I've done, so.
Oh damn! I'll definitely have to do that too. I don't know.
You could actually bring it up screen if you can, if you want to.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Hold on. Do you want to bring it up? Yeah, you bring it up and just share the screen and I'll pop it up. Let's see. Dan's work at former House of Ideas is great. However, I'm loving what he's doing now too. How long do we have to wait for a Dan Lawlis book? AJ wants to know.
He's like saying that. Well, I'm working on. I'm coloring Aaron's book right now. Yeah.
Did you take the Star-Lord job because you were a fan of Timothy Zahn, or more because of the original?
I didn't even know he was.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like novel writers are not the same as comic book writers. I thought the story was good and solid, but I wasn't really. I don't know. I'm just really picky, I guess, when it comes to, like, you know, what I want to see in a comic. So at that point,
did you find the script harder to work on because he didn't know how to translate from writing for a novel to writing?
No, I just thought it didn't. I was waiting for something really big to happen, and I don't know. I think it was a great story, wonderful story, well written and everything. It just, I don't know. It didn't have a comic book feel to it or something, you know. It was like
right.
Anyways,
but, I hear you, David. Yeah, Brohawk's in the house.
Brohawk's in the house.
Greetings, Mr. Williams.
So, hang on a second.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, no, I want to see this. So when you're coloring with the color pencils on that, are you like, to get that opacity? I mean, like, are you able to go dark to light?
Yeah.
I assume that's how you do it, just like, you know, an acrylic painting or oil painting.
Here's the crazy thing is you can erase it.
Can you really?
Yeah, and it erases pretty well. It's kind of like a weird, when you start erasing it almost gets a little gummy. So you kind of like, you have to kind of work with it a little bit. So it's an odd thing, but you figure it out. It's not hard. But the main thing is you can erase it. And it comes off pretty clean. It's a remarkable surface, you know.
Man, that is amazing. I'm so, it's just so funny you pulled up the cover to the one that I pulled out of my box. So that's cool. That is really, I actually
did sell the first cover because somebody really wanted it, but it wasn't exactly my favorite either, you know. So
right,
I really liked the other two. I'm going to keep the other two.
Go back this way.
But here's my Instagram.
Oh yeah, I do. I think I must follow you because I remember looking at these.
I just put up that one yesterday.
That's cool. But that's digital, right?
Yeah, this is digital.
Okay.
I think the digital coloring, side by side, when I do my color pencil technique next to the digital just looks better. I can do anything with it. I mean, it's I still draw it. Like,
I would assume the digital is probably faster for you, right?
This is just a pencil drawing scanned in and then colored in Photoshop, you know. And so that's kind of when I do my own comic, it's going to be kind of like this technique right here, you know. I'm a little more cleaned up, but you know.
Smokey the Concat was asking where they can buy some of your art.
Oh, at Comic Art Fans, the Sequential Treasures is my seller.
Oh, cool.
So if you look up Sequential Treasures at Comic Art Fans, that, you know, it's a big website. They sell all kinds of original artwork. Sequential Treasures is it's James Mealy is the guy, but he calls himself Sequential Treasures on there, and he sells all of my artwork that's for sale, you know.
So while we're looking at this, because I still want you to click through stuff, how did you get into doing boards out where you live? Because, you know, I know guys that do boards freelance, but when they first got in doing it, almost all the guys I know had to live in LA for a little bit to get established. And then once they got established, they could move back to, you know, I know a guy in Syracuse that does boards and, you know, just all over, but they all made that move to LA first to get established. Yeah.
Well, at the time there was a lot of big agencies in Detroit.
So, were there? Okay.
Yeah, and there still is. But we have all the auto companies here. So
right.
There was plenty to do for me, but I actually got pretty spoiled. I was at one agency for like 10 years and just I didn't have to go anywhere else. That's how much.
So did you just cold call like an agency when you were like, you know what, I need to do something else?
Well, once word gets around, it's kind of like I said. I was spoiled in that since I had this one agency that was giving me a ton of work, and it was actually, and it wasn't even that many people. A couple of art directors there, and they just they knew who to go to, and so I was just I had constant work for like 10 years. It was great. It's gotten a lot more sparse lately, but which is fine because the comics are coming in now, filling the cracks, and honestly, I'm really if I could swing it. I'd like to go back into doing comics again, but I have to have that. I have, sometimes the thing we don't talk about very often in comics as artists is finances. I know what I have to make every year. I have a retirement fund. It's like I have a financial planner. It's so I have to make a certain amount every year, and if I can do that in comics at some point, that's not a lot. It's middle class income, but if I can do that at some point, then I can make the switch. But right now, I make so much more in advertising than I can in comics right now. Sure. So it would have to be I'd have to get a pretty big crowdfunder to make the switch fully back into the comics again. But which is possible now. Ripa, holy shit,
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh my god.
I know Dennis picks up extra money by putting ads on Craigslist for services. So
I was wondering how you're going to work shit in.
Services rendered. Pull up that Captain America.
Come on, I'm just going to the beginning. Let me scroll down to the beginning and because now here's that cover that I just showed you guys.
Oh wow! Well, I mean, come on, that looks like it reproduced pretty good.
Yeah, again, because it was larger. The one I showed, it was a pretty large piece, so it was pretty. I was happy with this reproduction for sure. Yes. But still, if I did this in Photoshop, a lot of this, the texture, the pencil texture on this guy's chest and the backgrounds, like all that smoke and those clouds would look really, really nice. They would look, like clouds. They would look soft and airbrushed and realistic. So it'd be cool. Yeah. Oh, I did this sample. I wish I could sell this, but that hasn't happened yet.
That's digital, right?
Yeah, that's digital. Yeah.
Did you send it to Sarah Frazetta?
I did. Yeah, I have had some communication with her, just email a little bit, but and actually, she said if I wanted to sell this, just give she'd give me a whatever I could sell this at conventions, prints of it. If I gave them, their cut, so to speak, of the character.
Oh, right.
So but I kind of shied away from that because I was like, it's Frazetta's character. I mean, I'd rather they buy a Frazetta. I want to create my own character and sell that.
Oh yeah. I just don't know why they just wouldn't go. And I mean, I don't know the business workings with what they do, but you think they'd just be like, okay, this is what we pay for covers. If you want that, we'll use it as a cover. If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah, I was hoping they would, and it still may, so we'll see what happens. But here's a cover I just made up. My own faux cover.
Dude, I saw that.
Yeah,
and I was like,
we were actually talking about that before the stream.
Man, I was just like, holy crap, that is freaking awesome.
I tell you, I tried to get some covers from Marvel when they had Conan, and contacted some of these people and they just didn't reciprocate, and I was so frustrated. So I'm very happy to have Marvel has lost the license because it's possible I might be a little bit blacklisted.
Well, the other thing too is I don't know who the publisher is overseas, but somebody overseas. I guess the whole deal with Conan is overseas. Like if we were in the UK, we could be like, yeah, we're going to put out Conan. And I think we could do that. So somebody's publishing it over there. Well, what's that company there's a company over here that puts out Conan stuff, but they don't call it Conan. They just call it
Sumerian.
And I wonder if you contact them.
I did contact them and they don't seem interested. So, it's
really a Blaze Comics.
That's insane.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a number of people I've contacted with some pretty good stuff and have not gotten responses, and I'm just like,
That's weird.
Am I a little bit, They don't like my associations.
I don't know.
Like this one, I couldn't sell this one. You should see the whole figure. I mean,
yeah, that's nice.
Actually, let me show you. Let me pull up that whole figure.
Yeah, definitely. Don't be a tease. Is that? I'm just trying to look at the thumbnail. Is that Leia below her?
Yes.
Looks like Princess Leia.
Yeah, pull that up.
After.
We're after. That's fine.
Wow. We want to get full vamp.
Hey, I recognize that last name.
You should. It's the creator of your writer.
Is that your mom?
It is.
Is her middle name Brath?
Yeah.
There's a book called Brath. Holy crap! I cannot believe that Dynamite didn't. What?
Yeah.
So Nick has seen this.
Yes. I'm pretty
Wow,
sure.
that is amazing. That is oh my god.
Yes.
I'd be hooking you a Vampirella cover, variant cover every month, dude.
You know the frustrating thing is, okay, I put this on the Warren Publishing Facebook page.
Yeah.
I got like I don't know, like 400 likes or something. I'm sending this to the guys at Dynamite going, look at people are saying this is the quintessential Vampirella. This is a solid Vampirella picture. Silence.
Yeah.
Radio silence. And it's just like, it's unbelievably frustrating. But you know what? Like I said, I have the feeling that it may be because I'm associated with, these people like you, Andy, you controversial.
Well, yeah, but that's just his personality. That's controversial.
I do need some.
But I don't care. If that's what's happening, if that's what's going on, then I don't care because they did it to Ethan. They kind of said, "Oh, we're not allowing you into the business." And what did he do? He went out and made it more success than they could ever have. It's like that thing in Obi-Wan: strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I'll create my own character and make it use this art and beat him in sales if that's what happens. It's like if they always say if you can't beat him, join him. But if you can't join him, beat him. That's what I say.
Art to Bear for some reason deciding to call me sexy on my own stream. Thanks, Art. I appreciate it. I'm a sexy.
And he's not even wearing the wig. It's amazing. Right. That is amazing. Well, I know. I'll tell you this, Stan. If I saw that comic sitting on the shelf because I get Vampirella and Perillo, everybody knows I get all Perillo covers, so I'm a huge Lucio Perillo fan. I would also be picking that one up. I mean, because I pick up multiple covers of ones that I like. There is wow. I'm just stunned that that's not on a shelf.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but it's surprised, but maybe not so surprised. I don't know. They're things are really weird out there, So
that's really nice too. That Leia. That's just man. That's just great. Somebody, I think it was. I can't remember who said it in the chat. 'Cause it was a while ago. Said you should just look at doing an art book. You could always crowdfund an art book.
Now, here's one of the cards. I mean, I think you guys probably remember the series of trading cards I did for Marvel.
Yeah. Yep.
And this is the color pencil technique.
And how big were you doing these cards?
These are not that large, but they're double size. Really, you have to be about double size for it to start to look better when it gets reduced. So
I mean, a trading card.
Actually, maybe a little more.
Basically, I think Joe Jusko said when he did a trading card set, that Marvel years back, that his originals were like 8.5 by 11 because they get shrunk down to.
Yes, so something like that. They were a little probably more than double size, but not that much bigger than double size, which is great because the color pencil, the smaller you draw, the faster you draw.
You got a Jean Grey up there because that'll make Dennis lose.
Here's the thing: I sent this to DC to try to get a job.
Yeah, dude, I remember you posting that, and I was just like, that, just the background effect. Now, be honest. Did you manipulate a photo for that background?
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. But it's so blurred that it's unrecognizable. And
that's my point. But it works because you can't, because of the technique and the way you did it. To me, it looks like it could be either way.
Yeah.
But because I've seen other things like that, I was able to go, oh, he probably did this, but it works so well with the piece.
Yeah. Well, I added the color too because it was more of looked like a real kind of photo. And
okay.
So I did a lot of alteration to it to make it look comic booky, But so no response from DC, of course,
I tell you what, I'd love to see. I'd love to see one of your like this even. Have you ever just for the hell of it and filters in Photoshop played with like I can't remember the name of the exact filter, but it gives kind of a canvas texture to it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I did that once with something that I did a digital painting of. And I was like, holy crap, that little bit of canvas just adds so much
It's
to
so cool. It looks like you pulled something off. Now this is another thing I published at Marvel was some interiors.
Yeah.
And this particular technique I use I think it's kind of like the texture is a crow quill texture or something like that. Anyways, I used it so that the reproduction it sort of has I used a Prismacolor pencil on it, and it has a bunch of bumps like that. If you zoom in, it's got a bunch of bumps, and cool. It sort of acts as a ink dot. So it reproduces pretty well, according to your original art. I have these still. So yeah, this is Conan Saga 81, I believe. It was in the back. I was so bummed. I was so bummed that Marvel lost the license at that time, just as I started working on some Conan stuff. And I was like, dang it, because I really did want to draw Conan at the time, So.
Oh hell yeah! Art hates you, by the way. So I'd share that.
Everybody loves art. Feel the love on a Wednesday.
Oh, this is funny. I did one of these cards. Somebody sent me a card to draw, so I just that's the card. I did that in pencil, but then I scanned it into Photoshop, and before I sent it away, and I colored it, and so I got this effect. It was kind of cool.
Now here's a question, because when we were on Aaron's channel, and you were showing the Garbage Man stuff, and you were kind of talking about your color process, layers and whatnot. Even for that face, were there a lot of layers on just that headshot of Conan?
Wait, which one we're talking about?
You just showed the headshot where you drew it in pencil.
The Conan card.
The Conan card.
That's not a card. It's just that's a pinup in a book.
No, the Conan. It was just a headshot. I don't know if it was Conan, but it was a headshot that you just showed, and then you scanned it and colored it. You said.
Oh, that was it was a collector card.
Yeah,
I drew in pencil.
Right.
Then I scanned in the whole card. So
when you colored it, is there a lot of layers to that?
Not necessarily. I think I blocked in his face and helmet separately, perhaps.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I had to look at the original artwork. I could have done the whole thing, blocked it in, or blocked in parts. I tend to block in parts sometimes because it's easy just to, and then when I want to color I put an effect over, I put it in a group in Photoshop and then just put a clippy mask over the whole thing, and I can, play with it that way. But
yeah, I got to watch you color someday.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to go back to that stream. How'd that Sergeant Rock come out that you did over bowling?
It actually was not bad. I did do it. I did do a couple in advance to try to see if I could figure it out. So yeah. I wasn't going into completely cold, but I was pretty happy with it. I thought it looked good. My whole thing with that is it's impossible to color that piece without ruining it. It's just a matter of how little you ruin it, because I think it's just black and white. It's just the texture, the line work. It's just
all the freaking tones are there.
So, and actually, I think I have it here.
I was going to say, pull that sucker up.
That's good.
AJ says, Dan, do you use Photoshop or Clip Studio Pro?
Photoshop.
Yeah.
Wait, did I pass it up? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Dude, that came out really good. Holy crap.
Thanks. I think it's good. It was tough.
Did you do the whole thing on the live stream?
Yeah.
So how long did that take you? How long did you guys go?
I think it took about an hour or something.
Is that it?
But here's the thing: is I did my flats in beforehand.
Oh, okay.
So because that tell you the truth, sometimes the flats take me as longer than actually painting the thing.
Dude, I hate doing flats. Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. Once I get past the flatting stage, the coloring doesn't take that long.
Right. Isn't that amazing?
Man. Now I just want to double check to make sure I do follow you on
yeah. Well, Andy, I'm gonna do some tutorials. I'm gonna that's my YouTube channel. It's gonna be a full course.
I think that would rock it, man. If you just come on,
I'm seeing people draw comics, and I'm just like they're missing stuff. Like the gesture drawing is so important. That's so much of what I do, and a lot of people, the how-tos are not showing you how to do that, which is critical. But just clear storytelling and composition, design, all that stuff. You know, I was thinking of going through some of the art and there's another card. I thought that one was pretty cool.
Is Love Magneto.
Damn, that was colored. Damn, dude, that technique just
it's boggled his mind.
31 years in the business, and it's like, oh shit, I've never heard of. I mean, obviously, I've heard of colored pencils, but not used on that specific type of.
Yeah, nobody knew about it. This is my own technique, but I don't use it anymore. You know,
is it? Let's see. Have you tried showing? I don't even know how you would share that with Brian Bolin. To be honest, I think he has a Facebook page, but you know.
See, this is what I can do with Photoshop, and I just love it. I actually have, gosh, I think I could find this in the color because I did it in color pencil.
Wait, you did that in color pencil?
No, this is in Photoshop, but let me show you the version that I did in color pencil, and you can see the exact difference.
That is, I remember seeing that on Facebook, just like, holy crap. But you drew it, so you did the sketch, or did you do the whole thing in Photoshop?
I drew it and scanned it in.
Okay.
Let's see if we can compare them. Hang on a second.
Damn, so you actually did do one in color, and that's on that same acetate, whatever.
Yeah, this is the one that's the anyway. Hang on, I gotta turn my stupid phone off. Anyways, yeah, let's zoom in on here.
Yeah. Damn.
Let me actually pull up the actual other one. I can't zoom in on Instagram. But I can zoom in if I pull another file up here. Hang on a second. We can really compare. We can really compare what the difference
going on
is.
in the flesh tone is just amazing.
I'll show you why I love Photoshop so much more.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you look at the helmet difference.
So I just love it and also I can actually with the liquefy tool I could grab if I think his eyes like too high, like is this guy's eyes too high here?
Oh right.
I could just grab it and just pull it down. It's amazing, It's like super cool.
Man, the shine on that helmet, I gotta say though, even on the colored pencil one, the shine I think is just fantastic for what
I love painting armor. That's just so much fun.
That is fantastic. How big was that original?
This original is pretty big. It is larger than 10 by 15.
Wow.
I would think, yeah.
You got to find out that type of paper again and let me know.
Yeah.
You have homework.
This one is actually for sale though on Comic Art Fans. So, but it's not cheap. It's it's like,
well, no, of course not.
It's like $1,000 or something.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
But see, when I do my own Conan type, I have a character that I've created. It's a Conan type character,
right?
And it'll pretty much look like this when it's because I can do this pretty fast. I can paint pretty fast.
Right. You're talking about the Photoshop one now.
Yeah, either one. I can. In my color pencil technique, I can do this in about a day, maybe a little more. Do you know the hardest part where the time consuming? Just coloring with color pencil. It's just coloring all the red here. Just.
Well, yeah, because you're getting such a nice.
Okay, I got a pencil. I'm just going, going at it.
Well, I guess that's one thing. Like, How thick do you have to lay that down to get that red?
It's amazing how much it does eat up a colored pencil, but it's amazing how much it takes it evenly in such a way that it doesn't take as much as you think. And,
right.
And so you just got to try, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play with it. But like I said, I still prefer the Photoshop, just because, man, I can. Another thing that's cool, I can just flip it over and take, you can flip the image. I do this all the time. I don't know if you do this then work on it. You see all the flaws. Whenever I used to have to do a mirror, like when I'm doing this with the colored pencil, I'm holding the mirror up and checking out, but I can't fix the drawing yet while I'm doing it. I have to kind of look at it. Where's the mistake? Then put it down and try to fix it, and then go look at the mirror again. This, with the Photoshop, I can literally flip it, fix the mistakes, draw it correctly, and then flip it back. It's so incredible. The tools are just extraordinary now, and just everything is just sharper. You can add these shiny marks of the reflection. I can make those as bright as I want, or everything's on layers. It's great. So
I'm curious, what type of art did your mom do?
Well, not a lot. She went to art school, but she just sort of liked. I mean, the art. We had art books, art on the wall. But I'm one of 8 kids. She didn't have any time to do her career.
Oh, really?
Her career was kind of over.
What does your brother do now that originally was doing engineering?
Auto designer. He's an auto designer.
Is he really?
Yeah. So that's what was funny. We were sitting on the step drawing, and he's drawing the cars, and I'm drawing the superheroes, monsters, and creatures. And we just never stopped. Like, we're still doing it,
So does he still do stuff traditionally, or is he all computer now?
Well, it's almost more management type, kind of like there's there's so much technical stuff to it.
Yeah.
So it's not just art. It's not pretty picture stuff necessarily. It is
right.
You got to work out all the interior, all the stuff has to be designed and worked out. It's pretty complicated, but.
Oh, I hear you. That's still cool though.
And so there's the. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Oh, this I did recently. This is a lot of fun. This is what convinced me though to never go digital again, because I actually love this piece of art. This is from Kent Menace. This character I've been working on lately, American mythology. I love this piece of art, but it's all digital. I don't have an original, which is because this is one of my favorite things I've drawn.
Oh wait, so you didn't even pencil it traditional?
Didn't even pencil. I drew it because I only had a day and a half to do this, and I was like, I just got to get it done. Same thing with Two-Fisted Manly Tales. I got to get this done, so I drew it, all in the computer. Looks great, but I don't have an original. I want to at least have pencils, because I just love drawing in pencil, and it has the feel and I think it's actually a lot. I thought this would be faster. It's actually not faster, I think, So
that's really
Two-Fisted
cool.
Manly Tales kicked my ass. That was just really I did it all digital.
You did a story inside too, right?
Yeah, I did. That was it. I get a
is that what you're saying? Kicked your ass, not the cover, but the story inside.
Yeah, that was tough to do because it's all digital. And again, I don't have the originals. I would love to have.
Oh my god! Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
So, but I'm not. I learned my lesson with this story. I was like, no, I'm gonna go traditional from now on. I can't stand it otherwise.
Yeah.
But here's one of those barbed wires that I really liked. Barbed wire. That was a lot of fun. It's great inks of Ian Aiken. I mean, actually, this is called Jeff Albrecht ink. I think actually he was good too. And
how many issues of barbed wire did you do?
I forgot.
Did you?
How many.
Well, I should say,
did
you start the series? So did you?
No, I came in on issue 2.
Oh no way! Who did 1? Do you remember?
Gosh, I forgot his name. He was pretty good though. But I actually really liked this character. It was a lot of fun. It was one of those first tough female characters. This is something I just did recently for this is part of the Kent Menace thing, and this is all digital again. No, there's no art, there's no original. So darn it,
That is so nice. Just your focus of color and stuff.
So that's what's amazing about the Photoshop now. Like I could change. I have it on a layer. I have this woman's veil. I can change the opacity on her,
Oh,
over her
right.
veil, thicker or lighter, or so I can make it transparent. That's just, you can't do that with the color pencil. It just, not beautifully like that, So it's just let's see. Oh, here's a cyber frog.
Oh, yeah, I remember you showing that one too.
Yeah. This is a tough character to draw, though. It's like the face is still not right. I think it's pretty good, but Cyberfrog is a tricky character to learn for me. I'm having trouble figuring him out, but I think I will figure him out. But it's just a little taking some time.
No, I hear you.
Ethan draws in a very peculiar way. His stuff is like ultra detailed beyond belief, and I don't have that exactly. So I got to figure out a way to best enhance, and best portrays that type of character. So,
right.
But I think it's pretty good, but it's not Cyberfrog. It's, something about when he draws it. It's Cyberfrog. It's fun. It's crazy. So,
I don't know, man. I think you're just being a little too hard, because I thought that was
this
really
guy looks
cool.
familiar.
There, yeah, that's right.
Who's that guy?
That's the main man, first man. Damn it!
I like this character. He's just, just kick ass, just bashing shit to pieces. It's a good old fun.
It's a good fun superhero book.
It's a good old superhero. There's this is probably my favorite card that I ever drew for Marvel. I really, really liked this. It was fun. It's that's a Bernie Wrightson Hulk kind of thing, So
oh yeah,
I had a blast with that one. Simple. I wish I had not sold the art. I did sell the art on this, so darn it. But I was a little strapped for cash, and I'm like, okay, gotta go,
Zayd says, Phil says, tell Dan to pull up the Vane piece.
Oh, okay. This is a quick sketch of Vane I did.
Oh, cool.
Just for fun, just playing around. Great character, tons of fun. I could draw. Phil, we were talking a little bit. I could draw. Give me a 5-pager or something to do this. I'd have a blast with it,
dude. That'd be cool. That's got a very. Obviously you can tell you did it, but it still has kind of a Bisley type look, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, I did him in the swimsuit issues. The girl with the lava. That's him in the background. Nice. I don't know. Ask Phil. Can I show it? Ask him if I can show it.
Oh, he heard you. So hopefully he'll answer. He wants to show the swimsuit piece. How art's been that's the funny thing. I didn't know if we could show that or not, so I haven't even shown mine around. I just let Phil do it because I know.
Right. Well, I wanted to control the flow.
Right. Exactly. I did a piece for John Malin's Visions 2 book, but I haven't shown it. So that'd be so sweet. I guess that's a go ahead. Oh, wait, here you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on a second.
It says show it.
I accidentally turned on the Photoshop file, so now it's loading. Like I'm trying to hang on a second.
So wait, now I'm just curious. Are all the color things you do that you showed us in Photoshop, are they all 300 DPI?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So there it is.
Oh, blow that up some. Wow. That's great. Look at the women behind her. I love it.
Hang on a second. I'm closing some windows here.
The demons.
That's great.
Yeah. And there's Vane. He's got a cigar. See, this is what's cool about Photoshop too. I can go online and find actual, cigars and printed materials and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And incorporate them into the mix, Like
man, just the glow that is, oh man, just the glow that she has and stuff. That is awesome.
There's the Diaz Brothers whiskey.
Yeah.
That's Phil. Can I move it in?
Awesome.
See if I can pull it in farther. So this is, oh man, Photoshop is so cool.
That is fantastic. Well, Dan, I hate to do it, but we have to go because my daughter gets off work at 5 and I have to pick her up.
All right. Well, this is fun, guys. Thanks for
I know. I could keep going on this. I love talking art and looking at art and stuff. Thanks for showing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I wish I could see your show more often, but I'm a night owl, and I work all night. And you do your morning shows. It's like, so I miss.
Well, I mean, I do it every now and then, but that's what you subscribe and then you just watch it later.
Yeah,
but I tell you what,
I can't be in the chat. Is what I'm saying. So.
Oh, when you do, I know. Well, maybe I don't. Do you have a YouTube channel? You do have a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
You just don't
on my YouTube channel, there's the speed drawings. Like, here's a quick. I don't know if the sound won't be showing, but remember when I did this.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is what's so great about the all this technology too. Remember, I used to have I got like the How to Draw Comics the Marvel way. You have 2 or 3 images showing you.
Yeah.
But now with YouTube, people can actually watch me literally create it. This is a quick minute version.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But it's about an hour and a half of a video, and it's reduced down to 5 minutes or under 5 minutes. So if you slow the speed, you can actually watch me actually create it, actual. So
that's why I like that. Well, I mean, that's one thing I like about the iPad is because in Procreate, it automatically records while you're doing it. So
okay. I've got a number of those, but I got to do more than that. I got to do real instruction, real, talking it through as to telling people, what am I doing? What am I thinking? How am I approaching this stuff?
You just kind of have to do like I got out of the rhythm and I do need to pick a day. I keep telling myself I need to pick a day and just go, okay, this day at this time, I'm going to go live for, an hour or so for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And, like Graham does on Wednesdays at 7 and Aaron does at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sundays. And Art, I think, does Wednesday nights. You just need to pick it and commit to it. And then just, even if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do today, you just go, it's only once a week. And this is all stuff I need to take my own advice. Just go, it's only once a week. Just do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's how you'll build it up.
Right. Right.
All right. I'm going to say the goodbyes. Dan, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with you. Hold on. Guys, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We love having guests on and stuff. It's really fun to be able to talk to other people.
Make sure you click the like and subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to both Andy's art channel and the DNA show channel. Links are above. And make sure you guys have signed up for Kor-Drath the Reckoning.
That's right.
Newsletter.
Link is in the description below and pinned to the top of the chat. So definitely sign up for Kor-Drath. And we will catch you guys next time. I'm just trying to see what I want to use. Well, you know what? This is always a good one. See you guys next time. Bye.
Later.